Hello everyone. Welcome to the full course of the Linux operating system. Today I am going to teach you about the file system. So let's just start with what is the file system. In Red Hat Linux as well as in other Linux distributions, a file system is a method of organizing and storing the files and directories on a computer storage devices such as hard drives or solid state drives. It provides a structure and a set of rules for how data is stored, accessed and managed on this storage medium. In simple words, it is a system which is used by the operating system to manage the files. In the file system, Windows has some different file system as well as the Linux. So let me show you some of the types of the file system available in the Linux. So the first one, which is the default file system and widely used in Red Hat, it is ext4, fourth extended file system. The default file system for most Linux distributions, including the Red Hat Linux, it is a widely used and mature file system with features such as generating support for large systems and backward compatibility with ext. The second one is XFS, X file system. XFS is a high performance file system designed for scalability and large storage system. It offers features like a delayed allocation, online defragmentation, and support for a high capacity storage devices. The third one, which is the predecessor to the ext4, it is ext3, the third extended file system. As I said that it is the predecessor to ext4, ext3 is still used in some Linux system. It supports the same thing just like the ext4. It providing the improved reliability and the faster recovery in the event of a system crash. The last one, it is the NTFS, New Technology File System. Well, it is not a part of the Linux file system, but it is used in the Windows system. It is widely used in the Windows system because the Linux distribution often provides the support for reading and writing data to the NTF partition. So just like, let me show you for the example of my Windows. I will move to my file manager, and here we have the OS, and in this my operating system you can see these are the some of my directories which was by default created for when my operating system was there. So here you can see these two files which are the program files and the program files x86. So basically this two directory contains the applications which is installed in my local PC. You can see this has some of the files and the folders of my application that I have installed in my PC, just like this AnyDesk and this uh, editing software, common files, and etc. Same as it has the MySQL, just like SQL data server, the program data, the users. This users folder basically contains it basically contains the information about like what kind of users I'm creating in my operating system. So like for example, I have my operating in my Linux operating system, I have created the user Shan. So it has this one also, this public and this default and all those etc stuff. And in this Windows, it basically contains the log files in this Windows folder. So this was the about in my Windows, that how the file system is managed in the Windows system, just same as like it is in also in the Linux. So let me show you my Linux operating system. So let me first log in into my Linux operating system. So you can see this is my Linux terminal which is in the Red Hat Linux 8.5 version, and right now I will type the command cd slash. The slash basically represent the root directory, because I need to go into the root directory first so I can access, so I can see that what kind of by default folders are created in my Linux operating system. So for that I will write the command which is the ls minus l. After typing this command, you can see it is displayed the whole, it has displayed the whole subdirectories which is this by default there. And here we have this bin directory, the boot directory which basically contains the file and the configuration. Then we have this dev directory which basically has the device file of the system, which basically contains the entries for the various hardware and software device in the system. This one is the etc which has the configurations file. Home which contains the normal directories when we create in our terminal. And the next thing which is the sbin, user sbin. where all the script and the commands are located. And then we have this where basically contains the log files that's where are located. So yeah, this was the how we are this is the main thing that in our Linux file system, this is how our Linux file system is structured in the proper way. So yeah guys, this was the about that how the file system is in the our Red Hat Linux specially. Yeah, so the next thing we are going to learn, which is the directory listing attributes. So this is how my directory listing attributes looks like. So first thing which is here, it represent the permission mode or the file type, that what is the type of the file it is. The second one, the second column basically represent that how many links it is connected, which is a 2, 17, 69, 66, just like this. The third one is the who is the owner of this file. Here it is the example, the owner of this file is the root, and the next column represent the who is the group owner of that file. Now the other next column basically represent the size of the file in the bytes, which is a 4096 bytes, 77824 bytes. The next column basically represent about the date. Here it's represent the month, the day, I mean sorry, the date, and the last basically time at which time it was created. And the last column, it basically represent the name of the file, which is the bin dev etc home. So basically displaying the root directory of the Linux command. Let me show you that how it is look like in my Linux command, just like this. I have taken the screenshot from my Linux command. So this is my I just listed those files through my home directory, through my root directory. You can see after listing it, it shows this kind of thing. So here if it starts from the D, then it is a basically a directory file. Then so yeah, this is my Linux terminal, and this is how it is display when you type the ls minus l or ls minus ltr command. So it will, because the ls minus l and minus ltr command basically display the more detail about the file type, the links and the owners and all those details also. So here if you the first letter starts with the D, then basically it means that the file is a directory. That's why it stands for the D. And if there is nothing in, if it is a dash in the file type, then that means that is a regular file, just a testing file like this. So yeah, because I have created just a normal regular file without any kind of containing any content in that, so that's why it is showing this my dash dash dash. And if there is an any kind of if the file name starts with the L in your the file type, so it means that it is the file is linked towards the another thing. So yeah, you can see this basically represents how many links that has been connected. This is the owner, which is my name Shan. This is the group owner name. This is the show represent the file size in bytes. This is the month, date, and the year, and this is the name of my file in my root in my directory. So let's just move on to my Linux terminal and let me show you something there. So I will log in there. So yeah, here you can see I will just redirect to my root directory so I can show you. So yeah, I'm right now in my root directory. As you can see, now I will type the command ls minus l. So after typing this command, you can see it is displaying me the whole content, the whole detail about my files, when it was created and how it was created. So here you can see this this one basically starts from the letter L. So that means that this file has been linked with the other file, just like this. So you can say, basically after looking at the first letter of this file type, you can say that whether it is the directory, whether it is the link with the another file, or whether it is just a normal file. So you can see like in my root directory there are some files who are linked with the another file, just like this bin, which is linked with the usr. The other one lib, it is also linked with this one, the lib64, it is linked with this one. You can see it represents the first letter with L, and the other files which has the directory, it represent like this. So one thing you can also tell that those name for those file name which has the highlight with it with blue color with this dark blue, it is they represent the directory, and those who are not I mean those who are highlighted with the light blue color, those are link file with the other files. So this is how you can guess whether it is the directory or whether it is the link. So now and if you try to create a file here, so it won't allow you to create any kind of file. For example, I'm trying to create a file here, so it will be denied my permission because I can't create my file in my root directory just like this. And also if I want to access the file just like this, so after typing the command like this, it can be you can access the file from here, I mean the directory, because these things are the directory, not other file. But what if I create a file in here and I try to attempt the try to redirect myself towards the file, but it won't be possible because the things which are this here to display, those are the directories, and you can directly redirect yourself towards the cd command towards the directories. So this was the about my so this was the about the uh, yeah. So now we will learn the creation of files and the directories with different ways. So to create the files, there are three ways to create the file. The first one is the touch command, which basically direct creates an empty file by default. The second one, which is the vi command. Vi command basically give us the basically creates the file, but with the editing and text with editing, or you can say the editor mode, right? And the third one is the cp command, which basically copy your existing file into your new given destination file. So this thing three we will be doing the demonstration live in my Linux terminal. Now to create the directories, there is an only one command, which is the mkdir to create the directories. So now let's move on my Linux terminal and let me show you the live demonstration of this creation of the files and the directories. So now you can see right now I am in my shan user, and I will see which directory right now I am in. So I am in my home directory in the shan. So in this here I will try to create so file with the touch command. The first way is to touch commands. I will simply type the touch command, and I will give the name of and you can give any kind of name. So I will give the, for example, I'm creating a deops file. So after entering it, you can see it has been created. Now how we can check whether it is created or not? So simply you have to type the command, which is the ls minus l. After writing the command, you can see it is displaying the directories and the files which are in my home directory. So you can see here my dev directory has been created. You can see because right now it is an empty file by default, so it is showing this only dash here in the starting of the word, and it was created on this date and this time, so that's why it is showing. So writing the command ls minus l, it basically display the list of the files and the directories in alphabetical order. But if you type this ls minus ltr command, then it will be display the number list of the files and the directories in the in the time base. For example, if I type this, so you can see the oldest one directories in the files will move to the upward, and the newest one or the recent one created files and the directory will be on the bottom of my list. So for example, just right now I just created the file with the name of the devops, so that's why it is displaying in the last row at the bottom. So you can see just like this. Also I can create some different files like amazon, and if I type this ls minus ltr again, then it will display the like, yes, I can see that it has been created. So just like this you can create a multiple file also with at the same time. Just like this, you have to just create this test 1234 space cloud hub. So you can see I'm creating a two file at the same time with only the one command touch. After entering it, I will again write the command ls minus ltr, and you can see now it is displaying me the file which has created at the same time with only one command line. You can see this is the cloudum, the test1234. So this is how you can create the file with the touch command. Now the second way is the cp command. So cp command basically copy the file which is the existing file. For example, I am trying to copy this devo file into the another file. Just like I have to now have to give the name of the file in which I want to give this content of this file. So for example, I am creating the new one which is for example, I will give the name a, just like this. So after entering it, I will try to see the ls minus ltr command, and I can see that it has created the file. So this file contains the copy, this file is a copy of this dev file, because I had applied the cp command. So it has been created, but it is the copy of this command. So just like this, you can create the file with your cp command. Now the third command, which is a complex command, but still if you try to do the practice, you can easily do that, which is the vi command. So in this basically vi command, you have to just type the vi space the name of the file you want to create. For example, I am trying to create the Odoo file. So after entering it, it takes me to the editor mode of that file. So if I want to type any kind of thing here, like for example, hi, my name is this, enter, I am working in S3 Cloud Hub. So I have written some content here. Now if I want to quite from that, you have to just simply click on the escape and column WQ. So this is the simple command you have to type to save and quit from this editing file. You have to simply just press the enter, and you can see I am exit from the text editor file. And now if I want to check that whether the file is created or not, so I will type the command ns-ltr again, and you can see this file has been created. You can see, and if I want to see whether the content is been there or not, so I will just go from this and I will see whether where is my file. Yeah, here it is. So you can see the content which I written in the terminal has been displayed in my file also. So this is how you can use the vi command to create any kind of to create the file with the editing mode. So now moving on, how to create the directories with the mkdir command. So simply in my this home directory, I will create a directory with the name s3 cloud hub. Enter. So after entering it, I will see whether it is created or not. So you can see, yeah, here it has been created because it is the directory and I had created with the mkdir command. So it has the first letter starts with the d, and this one is the highlighted with the blue one. As I told in my previous part, I told you that how the directories and the simple file and the link file represent. So for the directory, it represent with the blue highlighted color and starts with the d. So this is how you can create. Also you can create multiple directories at the same time. For example, I am creating the again a same directory with two different name, s33 cloud. Okay, enter. Now I will run the command again ls-ltr to see whether it is created. So you can see it has created those three files with my same command at the same time. So this is how you can simply create the files with the different ways and the directories with the simplest way. So now we are going to see the fourth one, which is the file maintenance command. So basically file maintenance command includes the cp command, mv, rm, mkdir, rmdir, ch, grp and cho. So as some of the commands I have previously covered in my previous chapter 3. So let me introduce you with this command again. So the first command cp, which basically copies the existing file into the new file. The mv command, which basically moves your current file to the another directory or another user. Rm command, it basically used to delete the uh, delete the file, and mkdir command is basically of course create a directory which will be by default empty. The second command, which is the rmdir or rm minus r. So rmdir is basically used to remove the directory from the rmdir is basically used to remove the directory, or the rm minus r, which is basically forcefully used to remove the directory with its sub content also. And because like rmdir, it will only removes the directory, but with rm minus r, if the directory has some contents, and in that file it has some kind of sub contents in its file, so if you want to delete that one also, you can use the rm minus r command. So it will also delete the whole content of the directory. Now the next one is the chgrp, which basically used to change the ownership at the group level. And the last one, which is the ch own, which is basically used to change the ownership at a user level. So now let's move on my Linux terminal, and I will show you the live demonstration of this command. So this is my Linux terminals, and as some of the parts I had covered, so I will only cover which is left from the previous one. So let's just move on over the mv command, which is to move the file from one file to another file. So let's just before I do that, let me show you that what kind of files and directories I have in my current home directories. You can see this is some of my directories and some of my files in my current directory. So right now what I will do, I will take this one also, this one file udo, and I will move this udo file into my another directory, right? So for example, if I want to move this udo file into this os directory, for example, right, udo is the file, and I want to move this file into this directory right now. If I want to see whether this file is already existed in this directory or not, so I can basically go to this cd the os directory, then I can do this ls command, so I can see whether this udo file is existing in this my os directory. So you can see there is no udo file in my os directory. So if I want to move that udo file in this directory, then simply I need to put the command mv. So first of all, I will command from this directory. Now I will type the command mv. Now which file I want to move, that is the udo, and where I want to move this file to the particular directory. So for example, I'm moving to the os directory. So after entering it, you can see it has been executed. Now if I do goes to the cd os, now if I goes to my directory os, and then if I do the ls command, so you can see that udo file has been here. Yeah, you can see the udo file has been now moved from my uh, home directory to the os directory. If you want to see, you can, here it is, you can see through your ls command. Also I can do this another confirmation, just like I have came out to my home directory. Now I will again write this ls minus ltr, so I can see whether the udo file is here or not. So you can see the udo file has been uh, moved from my home directory to this to this os directory here. So this is how you can use your mv command to move into the one file to the another file, to move from one directory to another user directory, etc, etc. For example, so right now again I will move that my udo file into this previous home directory. So simply I will write that command again, mv udo to my home. So for that I need to just write the command slash home. I need to give the path when where I want to move that file. So I will give the slash home slash my name, which is Nishan. Yeah, so you can see it has been moved from that. So if I again type this ls command, you can see that udo file has been moved from this os directory to my home directory. If you want to see, you can do that ls minus ltr, and you can see like the udo file has been again moved into my home directory. So this was the about to how to move that one file from one move the file from one directory to another directory. That's very simple. So now we are going to see that how to change the ownership of the group and the user. So for that, simply I first need to log in into my user, which is you can do by the su minus, which is you can do by the command su minus. After entering it, it will ask you the password of your root password. So I will type my root password, and after entering it, it will be redirect me to my root. Okay, so it shows the authentication failure. Maybe I have put some wrong password. Again I will put that password. Yeah, so now the password is corrected, and right now I'm in my root directory. Before that I was in my shan, and right now I'm in my root directory. Now I can uh, type the command ls minus ltr to see what kind of files and directories I have in my root directory. So you can say this is my root directory and this is the name of my file and their uh, user ownership, and this is the group ownership name. So this is how it looks like. So the one thing which I want to say that I can't change the ownership and the group ownership from my personal user like Shan. I need to first log in into my root user, then and only I can change. So I had logged in into my root user by the command su minus. Now I will try to change the first the ownership at a user level. So for that I have to simply write the command chon like this space, and after that I will give the name of the person or the user that I want to give the permission. So for example I am giving to the S3 cloud hub, and I will give the name of the file which I want to give the ownership of that file. So for example I am giving the ownership that is festival. Let's see if it is working or not. Okay, so it's asking that it is an invalid user. Yeah, of course, because it has the more length than that. Okay, let let's take. Okay, I will give my name, which is the chart one. So yeah, you can see that the festival file has right now the ownership towards the root, but now after entering the command chon, it has been changed. If you want to see that, you can simply type the command ls-ltr, and here you can see that festival file ownership of the user level has been changed to the shan one. So you can say that using this chon command you can change the ownership at the user level. Now if I want to change the ownership at the group level, simply I had to apply this command chgrp. Now I will again change the ownership towards the same name shan1. You can see right now it is ownership is with the root user, but I will give that ownership to the shan1 user. So I have to simply write the command which is the chgrp space shan1 space the name of the file which is the festival, enter. So you can see it has been executed without any kind of error. Now again I will type the command to see whether it is changed or not. So you can see that the both thing has been changed from that. So this is how with the help of the cho and chgrp command I had changed the how to ownership of the different files. So it's very simple to change that. So moving on, if you want to quit from your from this your root user, you have to simply type the command which is the exit. So you can see I am log out from my root user and I am currently right back from to my shan user. Now here the next command which I want to show you, which is the how to remove the file and delete the file. So to delete the file we have to first see which kind of file if I want to delete it. So I will type the command which is the ls-ltr. So you can see here there are some kind of file which I want to delete. So for example if I want to delete this file hi, so I will simply write the command rmhi. Now I will see whether the hi is deleted or not. So you can see the hi is no more existing in my home directory. So it's very simple to write the command rm and you can just directly remove the file from from the directory. So this is the use of the rm command. Now if I want to remove the directory, then I should use the command rmdir and I should give the name of the directory. For example, I am giving the name of the directory which is the s3 cloud hub. You can see, so s3 cloud hub. Okay, the name is incorrect. Yeah, enter. Now I will see whether it is deleted or not. So you can see that name of the s3 cloud hub has been deleted. This one is the s3 cloud hub 1, but that was the only s3 cloud hub which was here. You can see just below down of the udo, but now it has been deleted with the help of the rmtr command. You can also use the rm minus r command to remove the the content of the particular file. For example, I want to delete this. Okay, this is not a okay. I want to delete the directory and the content. So for example, test1. Yeah, you can see this command is also working. So if I try the list of the command to see whether it is deleted or not, so you can see it is the deleted from my directory. So this was the about how to delete the file, the directory, to move one file from the another file, and to change the ownership at the group level and the user level. So this was the about the file maintenance. So now now we are going to see about the soft link and the hard link. So before I start that, I would like to introduce you with the inode. So inode is an index node, which is a data structure that stores a metadata about a file or a directory. Every file and directory on the file system is associated with an inode. Basically, inode is what? It is the index number of the particular file. Look, we are humans, so we understand our each and languages, but computer doesn't understand the our language. Computer understands only in the number, in the binary. So basically, what do computer do when we create a file in our system? It basically allocate each and every number, which is also called as a inode, to every file. For example, I am creating an test.txt file, so that file has a unique inode number. So whenever we try to retrieve or fetch the file from your Linux terminal or wherever the operating system, it will retrieve through the number only, because that's how the computer understands the file's destination and the file's name, file's inode number. So that's how inode number is associated with the file system. So now we will talk about the soft link and the hard link. So the soft link is basically a symbolic link. A soft link, also known as a symbolic link or a symlink, is a special type of a file that points to another file or a directory. It acts as a shortcut or a reference to the target file. Soft links are represented as a separate files with their own inodes and file name. If the original file or a directory is moved or renamed, the soft link still points to the original location. Soft links can also reference file or a directory on a different file system. So it's like that soft link is connected to the file, and that file is connected to the inode. So if I delete the soft link, if I delete the main content of the file, then the whole content of the file will also directly remove from the soft link. Also the link will be still there, but the content of that file will not be there no longer if we deleted the original content. Whereas the hard link is different. A hard link is a direct reference to a file or a directory. Unlike a soft link, a hard link is a separate entry in the file system that points to the same inode, data and a metadata as the original file or a directory. In other words, multiple hard links to the same file are essentially multiple names for the same data. If you delete one hard link, the file data remains accessible through other hard links, as long as at least one hard link to the file exists. Hard links cannot reference the directories or a file on a different file system. Basically, what it is saying that hard link is not directly connected to your file system. It is connected to your file system's inode number. For example, let me show you in my terminal. Let me log in my terminal first. Yeah, so we are on right now in my Linux terminal. So what I will do, I will just type a command to see the inode number. To see the inode number, we have to simply add I in over the last command of the line. So for example, I'm putting this ls minus ltri. After entering it, you can see it is showing me this number. So these numbers are basically represent the inode numbers of your each and every files. You can see those are the unique than the others files name. So for example, if I'm taking this one, this is the directory, actually not a file, so the directory has its own inode number, and this yellow one, those are the files, they have their own inode number. As you can see, these are the inode numbers which is assigned to the particular file. So this is how inode number actually works. So if I created a hard link of this, then the hard link will be directly connected to the file's inode number, not to the file. But if I created the soft link, that soft link will be directly connected to the file, and that file will connected to the uh, our inode number. Now let me show you the demonstration first, then we will move on there, then we'll move further next. So before that, I will try to clear this one. Now we will first see the demonstration of the soft link. So for that, I will just try to create a file in my home directory only. So for example, I am creating a file with the name of hero, right? So you can see it has been created. Now I will first confirm it whether it is created or not. So yeah, it is created here, you can see, and it is basically a dash. That means that it is the only normal file, right? So now I will move on my any directory from this. For example, I'm taking this directory. I will move in this cd linux. Yeah, so right now I'm in my linux directory, and in that linux you can see that it doesn't have okay, it has only one file in this directory, which is the name of the test. So now what I will do, I will create a soft link in this directory. So for that, to create a soft link, we need to write the command which is the ln minus s and space, give the name of the file which you want to create a soft link at. So I will give the path of the file. So my file is my home. For example, I'm taking the file which is the hero. So what I will do, I will give the path slash home slash shan slash hero, enter. So after entering it, you can see it has been created. To check that, we have to just write the command ls minus ltr, and you can see after typing the command, it shows that the hero is created here with the soft link. You can see it shows the soft link towards the home directory, and here the file type, you can see the first letter starts with the l, and as I told, that l basically stands for that the link has been created, right? So you can say this has been created. So now what I will try to do, I will go move again to my home directory, and in my home directory I will try to add some content in my hero file. So for that, I will use the command which is the echo. Through the echo command, you can append any kind of content in the file you want to do. For example, I am taking this, hey, how are you? So this is my content which I will append to the file with the name of hero. So you just have to simply do this, and you have to give the enter. So I will just verify whether it is append to the file or not. So simply I will type the hero command so I can see whether it is appended. So yeah, it has been append to my file hero, you can see. So now I will also verify from my Linux where I have created the soft link. So I will cat hero. So you can see in my Linux it has also simultaneously connected with my soft link. So when I type this command, and it is displayed the content which I had written in my home directory. So now what I will do, I will try to I will remove from my home directory the file which is the rm hero. So I'm in my home directory right now. If I want to see whether I'm in my home directory or not, I simply type this command pwd, and I can see that right now I'm in my home directory. Now I will remove the file which is the name of the hero. After entering it, you can see it has been executed. Now I will see whether it is executed or not. So yeah, the hero file has been deleted from this home directory. So now we will see what has happened to our soft link in the Linux directory. Now I will apply the command ls minus ltr. So yeah, you can see that it has been showing this kind of highlighted area here. So that basically represent that our file has been removed from the home directory. If you want to see, you can basically type the command cat, and you can see whether it is removed or not. So you can see after typing the command, it shows that no such a file or directory has been in our this directory. The link is still there, but the content of the file has been gone because I had deleted from my home file. So this is how soft link actually work. So when you remove any kind of content or a file from your home directory, then it also affects to your soft link in the other directory too. So this was the about the soft link. Now I will going to show you about the hard link. So once again, what I will try to do, I will wait, I will have to just remove from this also. I will remove it from this Linux directory also. So for that, I have to write the command. I will see whether it is removed or not. Okay, yeah, it has been removed. So now I will try to create the hard link in my home directory. So again, I will create a file with the same name hero, and also I will append some content there. Hey, it is hard link, enter. Now I will try to see whether it is okay, cat hero. Yeah, so you can see it has been appended in the file. The content has been added, which is the hey, it is the hard link. Now I will try to create the hard link in my Linux directory. So for that, the command is very simple. The main difference between them is you have to simply write only ln. In the soft link, we used to write the ln minus s, but in the hard link, you have to just write the ln space the path of your file, which is here shan slash name of the file. So yeah, you can see it has been created. If you want to see, then you have to simply write the command ltr, enter. So yeah, you can see it has been created the file here, but it is not showing the same thing which was showing in the soft link here, because that is the main difference between them. So when you create a hard link and you do the ls minus ltr command, so it won't show you just like the soft link, because it will be represent you as a simple normal file. But I will show you something with the command cat, that it has been created the link or not. So yeah, you can see that link has been created because I had typed the command cat in my linux directory. It is showing me the same content which I had added in my home directory. So now what I will do, I will try to remove this file in my home from my home directory. So simply I will try write the command rm, and I will simply try to remove from my home. So you can see it has been removed. If I want to verify it, I can simply write the command, and you can see the hero file is again removed from my home command, from my home. You can see it has been removed from here. So let me see, cat hero. Yeah, you can see in my home directory it is showing that hero is no such a file or directory. But now I will redirect myself towards the linux, and there I will be see whether it is removed or not. So I will try the command ls minus ltr, and you can see the file hero is still there. It is still there. After removing from the home directory, it is still there, and the content which I want to show, which is removed or not, let's just see. After entering it, you can see the content, it's still there. So the reason behind this, the content was still able to be exist there, because it is the hard link we had created. So that is the main use of the hard link. Because I had deleted the content from my home directory, but still it is showing us that the content about which I had created in my home directory, because of the hard link, it was possible to maintain the content which was deleted. So this was the about how to use the hard link and the soft link and the basic